Welcome back to Sailing El Jaleo. This week I work on adding the final battery to the lithium iron phosphate system. This is the final battery that will be added to the system, and it will be used primarily to power the windlass. The windlass is a mechanical device that is used to raise and lower the anchor. Hey everyone, so today I'm going to work on getting the rest of the electric system put together. The new battery for the windlass is only charged to 13.3 volts. And in order to safely plug it into the system, I need to get the charge of this battery to within 0.1 volts of the battery bank that's on the other side of this wall. If I didn't do that, there would be an amp surge and it could potentially blow out some wiring. So I think the easiest way, or the only way I've been able to figure out to do it, is to hook it up to the charge controller to charge it up to full charge, which would be 14.4 volts. And then when the battery bank gets charged completely, then I can safely hook this in to the system. So a solar charge controller, the way it's hooked up has to be done very specifically. It needs to be under load from the battery before you're bringing in solar power from outside. If you hook it up in the inverse way, you can, there again, cause an amp surge and it can damage the batteries. So I think the way we're going to do this is we're going to disconnect our line coming in from the solar panels, and then we can safely disconnect it from the battery bank. I'll hook it up to the new battery. That should charge this back up, and then we can hook in our solar charge from the panels, and we should be good to go. So we are under load right now. So if I disconnect this, so here's coming in from the panel and there's going out to the battery. So if I disconnect our positive charge, okay, so there, and I don't want that because this is an active wire, so let's tuck that guy somewhere safe. Okay, and I verified on our app that we are bringing in zero charge. And the app is still active, so we know we're getting power from the batteries. So I should be able to disconnect this from the battery bank now, and our solar charge controller should go out. So let's try that. So here is our positive. Okay, so I have disconnected that, and we're losing connection to our charge controller, which we would expect. That's a good indication that it's powered down. Yep, it's not able to connect. So that is good. So let's set that aside for now. I'm going to go ahead and take the negative off from here. Okay, and of course this cable's going to be too short to reach, isn't it? Yep, it is just too short. Alright, so let's put this on some cans of sea tow. back over here. And I'm going to hook up our positive, and then I'll hook up our negative, and our solar charge controller should charge back up. Okay. Positive terminals hooked up. Let's get our negative hooked up, and that should power up our solar charge controller again. Okay, so that is securely connected, and if we check, we do have power coming back in. Our voltage is 13.29. Now when I hook our incoming voltage back up, it will start charging this battery. And we actually don't know the level on the battery. It's actually not hooked up to the battery monitor. This won't be, and it wouldn't be correct even if it was hooked up to it, just because it hasn't synchronized yet. So we'll have to keep an eye on this, and we'll see what happens as the day goes on. This should work, but I'll keep an eye on the voltage throughout the day. Okay, so we've reconnected our charge, and we are starting to get a charge going to our battery. So we're putting in 13.6 volts at 15 to 16 amps. So it shouldn't take too long to get this guy charged up, and then we'll just reverse the procedure to get it back hooked back up to the battery bank. So I'm going to monitor this closely all day, and we'll see what happens. Alrighty. Hey everyone, we're back, and that actually only took about 10 minutes. We're already on float on our charge controller. We're just trickling in 0.1 amps, and it is float on the app as well. So we're going to reverse the procedure. I'm going to disconnect the solar or the charge coming in, and then we'll just do it all over again. Hey y'all, when the battery bank was charging up, I went ahead and installed the other lithium, the new battery up front for the windlass. And it's going to be kind of hard to see here. I've got all of these wires here to prevent the dogs from going up to the front of the boat, and we got a lot of dock lines and stuff on here. But we are going to go ahead and test the windlass to see if the new battery that's installed actually works with this. So here's the little controller, and I've got the starboard anchor on there now, so I'm going to go ahead and hit down and let's see what happens. And nothing happens. I forgot to flip the breaker. Alright, hold on one second. Okay, and I'm back. I tripped the breaker for this. You never want to leave a windlass powered up, just because they are pretty dangerous. They've got enough torque to rip your arm off. This is what we use to haul the anchor up and down, so they are pretty powerful. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a try, and hopefully we can make some magic. There we go. There we go. She had the lock on there. Okay. Yep, now we're working. Life is good. And let's get that snugged up. There we go. We should be set. And we have a functioning windlass again.